Hello, Earl on Twist, and thank God I get to do part two of this Raw recap and review from June 22nd, 2026 from London, England. And we left off with talking with Braun Breaker and the rest of the Vision. But now we're living up with Iyo Sky in the middle of the ring doing an interview with Jackie Redmond. Jackie's asking her how she feels. She says that she is grateful to get this far in the tournament and that she can't wait to face Liv Morgan. She mentions how she beat Raquel Rodriguez last week, and this week she's gonna beat Liv Morgan to become the queen. That leads to Travel. That's me. Liv Morgan pop out. She says, "You must have forgot who you dealing with. You're dealing with the greatest women's champion of all time." Iyo was in the ring like, God damn, this bit loud. And she says that everyone in the world in this arena knows that she's so much better than her, more talented than her, and that she is the face of the division. And she says she's gonna make history by being the Queen Wild World Champion, and then gonna embarrass her mommy Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. At least the Iyo having a good comeback. She says, are you sure that crown is gonna fit on that big head of yours? You have too much ego. And then she starts yelling at her in Japanese. And I guess Liv doesn't like Japanese because boom, big sneak attack by Liv. She's hitting her back and forth, tries to hit her over into the ropes, but Iyo Sky fights out of it and hits her with a big springboard missile drop kick right into the flip over to the Aura farm. So Iyo Sky looking like she got the momentum leading on to their matchup. But come on now, Liv gonna cheat. we know she gonna cheat. Come on now, but I would love to see Iyo win because maybe she'll pick Rhea Ripley instead. Who knows? Then we get backstage with Danhausen and the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio and JD are coming back to him to try to get the $100,000 that was stolen from them. And Danhausen says, "Oh, I spent the money. I spent the money on these supplies and stuff." And they're like, "You spent the money on these supplies? You know what, man? Hey, either you give us our bread back or we're taking these supplies." He said, "Oh, are you threatening me?" He said, "You know what? You are cursed." And Dom got out the way so JD could get cursed by himself. And he says, "I didn't believe in the." He tried to grab the supplies. He gets shocked by the supplies. And then Dom's like, "Man, you good?" And then he looks around and realizes, oh, Danhausen is gone. Shout out to Danhausen, the funniest guy in WWE. And then we get backstage with the Usos. Jimmy is getting ready for his match. Jay pops up. He says, "Hey man, I need some help out there with LA Knight." He said, "Nah man, don't worry about me. You need to worry about that tournament." Leads to Jacob Fatu pulling up and says, Jay is upset. He's like, "Hey, what's up with you, man? Up there talking to Solo." First Fatu said, "First off, I don't listen to your punk ass. Don't take orders from you. I was listening to the orders of the tribal chief. He wanted me to talk to Solo, and I left him out with that message." And he says, and Jimmy's like, he don't take kindly to orders. Well, we're going to have to wait and see and find out to see his message, see how he reacts to the message. And we're still dealing with the bloodline because the next matchup we're getting LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. In the first part of this video, they had the big argument leading to this matchup by Adam Pearce, and they still got the fire because back and forth strikes back and forth to them. But Big Jim gets the advantage by grabbing him, throwing him to the outside. He did jumps on the apron, tries to jump on him, but LA Knight hits him with a big punch to the stomach. And then they start fighting back and forth on the outside. They're brawling, but Big Jim again gets the advantage by grabbing him and slamming him into the steel steps. And then he tries to slam him on an announce table, but LA says, "Nah." He grabs him and then starts dribbling back and forth to the announce table. Big slam on the announce table, puts him back into the ring. Big flipping neck breaker on him. 1, 2, kick out from Big Jim though. Big Jim back in the ring Jim gets back up. He gets the advantage again by hitting a big boot on him and then hits a whisper on the win on the LA. Shout out Jeff Hardy. 1, 2, kick out from LA Knight. They're fighting back and forth near the rope. Big Jim lifts him over into the apron and then tries to hit him with a kick. LA Knight catches it, but he spins out and hits it with a big enziguri to the outside. He gets now he's on the outside dealing with LA, tries to pick him up, but LA grabs him, spears him into the apron, back first, hardest part of the ring, and then grabs him, and then he tries to Irish whip into the barricade, but Jimmy reverses him and throws him into the barricade instead. That's how we get to the commercial break. We get back from the commercial break with them fighting back and forth on the camera side of the apron. and Big Jim gets the advantage by grabbing him with a big suplex on the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. He gets him into the ring, goes for the pin. Kick out from LA Knight though. LA Knight is now in a seated position in the corner. The Usos let her do that running over to the corner, but LA Knight jumps out of it, gets out the way. They let them go back into a boo, yeah, little exchange, but LA gets the advantage, hitting with a big DDT. That leads to a double down right there. They both get up. LA gets into the jab, 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 into a spinning punch, into a clothesline, and then he grabs him into a big Russian leg sweep, and that leads to another elbow by LA Knight. But then he tries to run him again, but this time Jimmy picks him up, turns into a Samoan drop. 1, 2, kick out from LA though. Jimmy gets up, hits him with a big enziguri, and then he's in the corner now, trying to hit him with a big splash, but that gets missed when LA Knight turns that into a big power slam. That leads him going to the LA Knight elbow. Yeah, right down. 1, 2, but kick out from Jimmy. He picks up Jimmy, trying to fight back and forth with a big super kick by Jimmy. 1, 2, kick out from LA. That leads to Jimmy trying to go to the top rope to do a splash, but LA jumps up into the top rope, try to do a suplex, but he sees Solo Sikoa walking from the entrance, walking from the barricade. That he's getting distracted. Jimmy pushes him off of him. LA Knight hits the ring. That leads to Solo Sikoa getting onto the apron. And it's looking like he's agreeing. He's looking like he's gonna listen to Jacob Fatu and his tribal chief, and he's gonna join the bloodline again. But nope, big Samoan spike onto Jimmy Uso. LA Knight's confused, but he picks Jimmy Uso up. BFT, blunt force trauma. 1, 2, 3, big W for LA Knight. Give that match a 4-star rating. Good back and forth. This was like really entertaining. Jimmy needs to get some more matches in, man. He's really good. Like give him a title run, give him a little USA Intercontinental or something. But LA, he knocks down one member of the bloodline. He gonna have to knock down Jay. Then he gonna have to knock down Fatu. And if he not that Fatu, he can do anything. I ain't gonna lie. He can definitely beat Roman after that. But we'll see. Then after that, we get a Judgment Day backstage segment. We get Raquel talking to Roxanne. She's upset about how she keeps messing up her chances and mentions Iyo Sky talking about her. And Rock says, it's sad. It was really supposed to be you versus her and not the champions. But then Dominic and JD walk in, and JD done forgot everything about everything. He tapping up people saying, "I'm JD." He like, JD, what's wrong with you? And Rock says like, "Man, can you get him to medical?" But then Liv Morgan walks in. She's angry, pissed off about what Iyo Sky did, and Raquel's like, "Sister, we know you're going to win. We know you're going to do this and that, but the group right now, we're not doing good right now. I lost my match. Roxanne lost her match. Dom lost all that money. JD needs to go to medical. He don't even know what's going on right now." And Liv says, "You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm gonna get Iyo. We know that. But and Dom, we're gonna get your money back. Raquel, you're gonna beat Ruka. We're gonna get you that IC title. She can't handle Big Sexy." And at least the Roxanne going, "Okay, but what about me?" And Liv's like, we need to get JD to medical. I'm like, that's crazy. Roxanne gonna leave soon, bro. Because I know she getting tired of Liv Morgan dubbing her all the time. Then after that, we get an interview with the Street Profits. Jackie Ramon's walking up and asks them how they feeling. She tells them that they could be 5-time champions tonight and asks them if they ready. Angelo Dawkins says, "Hell yeah, I'm ready. They tried to knock me out, man, but I'm back. I'm 100% healthy." And Montez, you know what? The Vicious London Bridge is coming down, referencing that they're in London. And he says the Street Profits will forever be up and that we want the smoke. And they getting the smoke up next for the men's tag team titles. We got the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford versus The Vision, Austin Theory with Braun Breaker and Logan Paul as the little manager. And they ready, and The Vision is ready for the match because they had a big sneak attack onto the Street Profits, start the matchup, and then Theory grabs Montez. They're both legal competitors now. He's attacking him back and forth to the corner, tries to Irish whip Montez Ford, but Montez Ford cartwheels, backflip, big aura farm on the Austin Theory, and hits it with a big knee. They take the advantage now by tagging in Angelo Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins gets into the ring, big drop kick on the Austin Theory goes for the pin, but kick out from Theory. The match just started. He tags back in Montez. Montez is the big shoulder tackle, and then he lifts up Montez for a back suplex splash on the Austin Theory. 1, 2, kick out from Theory though. And Montez is picking up Theory, but Theory punches out of him. Tags in Braun. Braun gets into the ring. He does that running back and forth, big clothesline onto that man. Then picks him up. And then on Montez, then Dawkins runs into the ring. He grabs him, big body-to-body flip over suplex. And that's how we get into our commercial break. Braun Breaker does a double corner slam onto Montez. And then he tags in Austin Theory. Tez fights back. He tries to get a tag in to onto Angelo, but Theory stops the tag and then knocks Angelo Dawkins off into the corner. That leaves Angelo getting pissed off. He runs into the ring to fight him, but the ref stops him. That leads him to proceed to double teaming Montez in the corner. He stops. He does a big stump on the Montez. Then hits into a big chokehold for the rest hold. They get back up though. Montez hits him with a big back suplex. They have a double down. They're both down and out. He's trying to get the high tag in. Theory tries to grab Montez's leg. They get up. He fights out of it. He tries to hit him with a back suplex, but he reverses out of it. Back elbow to Braun Breaker, and he jumps over Austin Theory for the hot tag. Gets into the ring. Clothesline, spinning elbow, and then hits a big pancake slam on Austin Theory, and then hits the spinning splash onto Braun Breaker right into the enziguri on the Braun. Then he tags in Montez. Then he picks up Theory, hits him with a big silencer right there. He puts him up for the Doomsday's position. Blockbuster Doomsday with Montez involved. 1, 2, Logan Paul grabs the leg, puts it on the rope, but he gets caught by the ref. You know, the ref said, you know what, man, you need to get up out of here. That leads to another tag by Montez. They try to go for the Doomsday again, but Braun Breaker this time fights him off. Stops at Doomsday, but Angelo Dawkins still attacking back and forth with Braun. But as it's happening, Austin Theory does a sneak attack to the back of Angelo. That leads to him then tagging Braun back in the ring. They got Angelo on the outside. He's seated on the table. You know what that means. He does that apron clothesline over the table, and that's how we get to the commercial break with the Vision on top. We get back. Austin Theory tags. We get back to the commercial break with Austin Theory tagging in Braun Breaker. He stops the tag with Montez and whoops Angelo Dawkins in the corner. Then he tags him in, Theory in. They do an Irish whip into a big double elbow onto him. And then that leads to Austin Theory getting into another rest hold there. They get back up, but he hits it with a big chop block to the leg. Then they tag in again. That leads to Braun and Austin Theory grabbing Angelo Dawkins' leg, doing a double split on the thing. Breaker's trying to be very heelish to Angelo Dawkins, but Angelo Dawkins ain't going for that big slap onto him. That leads to a big boo, yeah, and they both run right into a big double clothesline by both of them. Big double down. You know what that means. It's time for the hot tag again. Montez gets to the top rope, big top rope elbow onto Theory, then strikes onto both competitors, into clotheslines, into super kicks, into a back suplex kip up on the Austin Theory, and then it's a standing moonsault on the Austin Theory. 1, 2, kick out from Theory though. But that leads to a tag in by the Vision, and they find a way to get the advantage by Braun Breaker doing a German double team into a lariat clothesline by Austin Theory. 1, 2, kick out though. At least the Braun Breaker trying to get the advantage now. He tries to go for the spear on the Montez, but Montez stops him by hitting him with a big knee. And then he tries to do a running move onto him, but he catches him in midair. Braun does, and then turns that into a big slam. Then he tags in Austin Theory. Now it's his turn to do the Doomsday device. They do the Doomsday Bulldog on the Montez. 1, 2, but Angelo Dawkins stops the pin. That leads to Braun getting pissed off. He grabs Angelo, throws him outside the ring. They fighting back and forth. He grabs that man, throw that man into the steps. And he ends up grabbing the steel steps, and he throws him into the ring. And after he does that, he's then trying to grab Angelo Dawkins and throw him into the ring post, where Angelo Dawkins gets down and grabs him instead and throws him into the ring post. But as that happening, Logan Paul comes right back with the brass knucks, and he's finna give him to Austin Theory, but say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry pops out. He stops him off. He chases him to the back, but Logan Paul left a little gift on the apron. Austin Theory sees it. He tries to go for it, but burn it down. Seth Rollins pops up. He grabs the brass knucks. bow to Austin Theory. Places the Braun Breaker, then chasing him all the way to the outside. Back into the ring though. Angelo Dawkins is the big spine buster on the Theory. He tags in. He tags in Montez. You know what that means. Frog splash on them. 1, 2, 3. The Street Profits are champions again. Great match. Good back and forth between the men. Good heel work from the Vision. And it's looking like Seth is having all the momentum because the Street Profits then took the belts away from the Vision. I give that match a 4.25 stars in the match. Shenanigans hampered the points a little down. I like what they did with them. They had the good guys won. But it still protects the Vision because a lot of things have to happen to get involved. But it's good to see the Street Profits get the tag team titles back. Hopefully WWE would put more work into the tag team division because there's a lot of guys that can be used on TV and they're just not using them. It's a shame. But that's going to be the end of part 2. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Every week we do the Raw recap and reviews, and we do the PLE reviews, which will have a Night of Champions coming out. That should be coming out either this Sunday or this Monday. And also on the channel, we do WWE 2K26 content as well. We just uploaded the first episode of the My Rise dealing with Haters Twist as the archetype. I can't wait for Night of Champions. I can't wait to watch that. Remember, y'all, Jesus loves you. And to always keep God first. I'm Twist, and I'm out.